Hello everybody, this is Jacob from Wager Me This here, and in this video got a $500 bankroll out there. I'm gonna do a cycling strategy between the the come and the DC. I don't play this way really, guys, very rarely, but I do think this is a way for the house edge guys that are just dead set on house edge being the end all, that they can play uh, consistently. And so the way I like to do this is I like to have my light side 2-to-1 versus my dark side. Normally in hybrid, it's kind of the opposite, right? But in this, I like it to be 2-to-1. So if I have two come bets out working, I like to have one don't bet. All right. If I have three come bets out working, I still only like to have one don't bet. I just put odds on it. Because I don't like to have more than one don't out there, because I want my seven. I don't want my seven to be outweighed, right? I want the probability advantage on the don't play. The more don't bets you put out there, the less advantage you have as far as probability goes. So let me show you what I mean. So this is for you house edge strict guys. And so let's start with the pass line, right? Again, here, this is like a come bet, right? We're just playing it like a come bet. You don't have to play the pass line. I'm glad we did. 617, perfect. Let's put this over here. We'll use that in a minute. And a 4, perfect. Okay. Now, guys, we're going to want to put odds, right? The idea of playing the come or the pass line is to take advantage of the odds. So we're at least going to go 1x odds, right? And then our next play, we're going to go, see, the thing about this is right here is the first play on this, it's actually better to play the come because, you know, it's kind of a hedge to here and you're trying to get that set. Where the next play, you're going to get the DC going, you know, and then so on and so forth. If you want more action on the light side, you just add to the DC. Right, there's a 5, perfect. All right, let's go. Remember, you got to increments that are divisible for the 5. You know, it's a 3-to-2, so it's got to work with that. Right, so we're going to go 25 doesn't really work, so we're going to go 50. 50 will win 75 on the odds. It's a pretty good bet. All right, now we're going to go the DC. All right, we have 2 light side bets. Now this is house edge friendly, right? This is super house edge friendly. And there's a 12, that's just a push. Obviously, we'd love to hit the 4 or the 5, right? That's where our money's at. And there's the 9, okay? So our DC's on 9. Travel over here to the 9. Right now, I want this to cover most of what I got out there. So I got to at least go 75 in odds, right? So 75 would pay 50. So I'd have 75 don't coverage, right? Not terrible. We'll go with that. We'll start with that. Now, do I want to ride this out? So what I have at this point is I have 4 combinations, 3 combinations versus 4 combinations, basically, right? The 7 is somewhat is okay, right? Well, maybe I want some more light side. So let's do another come bet, right? On this roll, this is helping out the 7, right? There's the 9. That's a worst case scenario. All right. Our don't got knocked off. That sucks. Obviously that's a big hole in the strategy. You don't want your don't get knocked off. All right. So let's put 50 in odds. Now let's go a little bigger on DC because we got to make a little bigger bet, right? So for this roll right here, the 7 is ugly. And there's the 8, okay? We'll travel to the 8, 75 on the don't. And do we want some odds there? Yeah, we do. All right, so let's get $5 or 25 in red. We'll go 60 in odds. So we have 125 in coverage. We got, I don't know, 200 out there. All right, we need to hit the 4, 5, or 9, right? We want to make a winner. And there's the 9. That's a good one for us. All right. Flat odds. That's good. All right. Go back in the come. And there's the 7. Okay, so this actually worked out okay. All right, this is all, these two are going to lose. Come's going to win. We're going to win 75 here, 50 here. All right, let's see where we're at. Remember, we start with 500. Let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're up 50 bucks. Not terrible, right? And we got knocked off once. All right, let's try it again. And there's a 12. Pass line loser. Oh, this is so brutal. And a 7. We got it back. And a 5. Okay, there we go. We want a little bit of odds. You don't got to go 50. You could go 30 if you'd rather do 30. All right, let's get another come bet out there. And a 5. There we go. Going to swap out here. 30 will pay 45. And 25 on the flat. It's going to look like that. So in this case right here, guys, I'm going to put this odds on my 5 and I'm going to work them. I want them working. Because why did you make a come bet or a line bet if you're not going to get the full advantage of it, right? All right, so now we got 75 in action here. So on this roll here, guys, I would hop the 7s. I would go 5, 5, 5, hop 7s plus my line bet. Just because I don't want to lose this, right? If I do, at least I can get it back on the hop. I would do that in this case. And there's the 12, so that's ugly. If we were trying to roll a 12, we wouldn't. This ugly. Hop these 7s again. But just in this case where I have that 5 working, I don't want to do all that work to get it and then just lose it, right? And there it is right there. Bang. Nice. That's why we work them odds, guys. If you're gonna do the work to get to where you can play odds, you should work them. There's not really any reason to have them off. All right, let's go 50x here. Come bet. This is a good little sequence for us besides the ugly 12. And there's the 8. There we go. All right, let's go 30 in odds. Now let's get us a DC. Maybe we'll go 50 on the DC, right? Let's do that. Damn ladybugs. All right, let's try to get us a nice little healthy DC out there. A little protection. There's the 6. A little protection for our come bets, right? We want them come bets to win. We don't want to have to lose them all to the 7. That's what that protection's about. All right, let's go 60 in odds on our 6. All right, so we have $100 in protection. For this roll, we have an extra quarter. And the 2. So somehow, some way, these come bets keep getting knocked off. And the 7. So good, kind of, I mean, the 2 kind of screwed that up. But all right, so this is going to lose. These are going to lose. We're going to win there. Not bad, right? Get all that money back. All right, let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25, 635. We're up 20%, a little more than 20%. That's not bad at all, guys. Let's do it one more time. All right, let's see what we can do. Pass line here. If we roll a 7, we'll stack it. We rolled a 9. All right, let's get 30 in odds. We'll come back out there. Get us a second one rolling. Maybe we'll repeat the 9. 6, we'll take it. All right, let's go 30 in odds. Let's get us a DC rocking for 50. I know this is a very similar play to like John does and stuff. John from CRAPS. It's a lot of value to it. It's just not my style of play. All right, we rolled the 9, 6-3. We're going to win the line here. 45. Perfect. All right, remember, we got this up here working. We might as well work these odds. All right, let's go 60 in odds there. And let's hawk these 7s. 9. Oh, smack. That's ugly. Dang it. We're not supposed to roll that one. Let's go 50 here. All right. Let's go 75 on our don't. Try to boost that up a little bit. There's the 9. Okay, a lot of 9s here. All right, we're going to win 25 flat, 75 odds. Pretty good. All right, still going to work them. Let's go 75 odds there. Get 5 reds. Hop the red. Got our line bet. All right, we're looking for another light side bet here. Hopefully we roll the 6. There's an 11. We'll take that. All right, that's going to win a quarter, but lose the 15. So I'm just going to collect $10. All right, still hopping the 7s. And 7. There it is right there. Bang. All right, remember, all that was working. But this is a 7. This is a 7. This is a 7. All right. That's going to win 75. This is going to win 50 and 75. That's why you play the 7 hot when you get in those spots. Look at all this you're racking up. Nice. All right. See where we ended up. 25. It's almost 1,000. Okay, so 850. Not bad. Not bad at all, right? That's kind of the idea. That's about the best way, I think, that if you're just house edge all the way, that's, I think, of playing some kind of combination strategy like that with the don't and the DC and the come pass line. I think that's the way. If you just can't get away from the house edge style, I think that's what you should play. Something similar to that, something where you're using both sides of the game. You know, hopefully you take advantage of some 7s. Hopefully you hit a few numbers. Just works out in your favor. This was a good run for us. Wasn't any exceptionally long rolls. We didn't hit a bunch of come bets or anything like that. We just took a good advantage of our 7s mostly. But anyways, guys, thank you for your time. This is Jacob from Where'd You Meet This?